Hi everyone, I hope you all are doing good. So it's been a while that I am posting the videos, while making notes. So on the another part, I want to discuss about the ITIL itself. Initially, I have discussed about Lean Six Sigma, Green Belt, Yellow Belt, a bit of it. You know, just wanted to give in the overview, right? So the concern about I want to share is that related to your ITIL, which is a really important concept to be followed. So I have already collated a lot many videos showing the basic background of it, putting everything in a really layman language to be, presented. The main concern of ITIL is that I'm not sure if you all know about it, very basic, but we should know that how it needs to be followed in any service based organization, right? So ITL is actually a framework, right? There is a service based company, they're service based organizations, they have to support their clients, they have to have their contracts with them. On the other hand, they have to follow some methodology or framework that how the things should work, how they have to deliver the services or giving the value, right? So the concept of ITIL revolves around the information technology infrastructure library. I've discussed in my previous videos as well. So just wanted to come on the part of the face with you all to discuss about it, actually the very basic and brief background. The concept of ITIL shows that how businesses should work. This is not a compliance of an organization. Basically, this should be implemented in order to present, deliver well, right? We have a different number of there is always a life cycle behind every methodology or framework to be followed. There's always a starting and the end point of it. There is always a start and the end of the project. So focusing on the same thing, it's the same part. ITIL you have to follow for a project to be delivered, right? There is a framework, there is a life cycle to be initiated. The other part is that there is always starting from a strategy, ITL lifecycle, starting from an ITL strategy, then it comes to the design part, then it comes to the transition part, then it comes to the operations, then continental service improvements. So these are the very basic things to be followed from a very layman language, that if you are following something, you have to initiate some process or some concept, right? You have to start up with strategizing it. You have to start with strategy, that how the processes should be. For example, you are maintaining the services, you are maintaining their applications, right? There's a contract for your organization that you have to act as the application management services, that's the AMS part. And how you will be maintaining it, you must be having the older, what we can say, the databases with you, that we considered as a CIs. CIs is nothing but it's the configuration items, the resources you have already in the pipeline. You got the contract, you start initiating and fulfilling that previous resources and CIs with that new contract. This is how it works. It all starts with a strategy, that how should be the blueprint, what will be your you can say processes, your maps, your contract, your documents, your quality part, quality documents that needs to be audited against. So whatever the project comes for the organization definitely goes for the audits, right? To get to know that if their processes are streamlined enough to follow. For example, the CMMI, I'm not sure if you heard about the CMMI, but CMMI is capability maturity model integration. That is nothing but it's like you have to there is a process to be followed in the organization, right? So that process or the project or the organization will be audited against that CMMI framework, whether the processes are in line or mature enough to follow, and what are the continual service improvements you are following in order to give it to the clients, because there's always a requirement. why it needs to be, selected by the client to your organization. The organization must be having something really better with them to get the contracts, to get the business, right? So that client probably go to another service-based industries as well. But what symbolizes you differently, how your processes are, how streamlined it is, this is where the ITIL comes into picture, and this needs to be followed because this is a process, right, for the service management. So there is always a service management to be followed, and this is how the processes needs to be adhered as per the ITIL framework. So against that, it can be audited as well, the organization and the processes. The internal audits are there to streamline the processes. This is all I wanted to discuss. I will definitely come up with the another good ideas. Till the time, you can go through the notes and you can revise it. Thank you.